Attention all bunnies. We will wait a few moments before we begin our induction ceremony, so we give time and wrangle up all our inductees and keynote speakers. In the meantime, how are you guys? Are you all excited to finally be here? You may unmute yourself or put it in the chat. How's everybody feeling? Okay, Dean Donhauser, Mark says he's excited. Anybody else? Okay, Michael says peachy. Let's see. Michael says peachy. Oh, of course, Michael, I know you'd say that. Dean Donhauser says he's all ears. Casey, he's excited. Stacy's excited to be here. All right, yeah, I know it's all about time. It's about time, guys. Glad to be here, Nick. Great. Okay, good. All right. So now that everybody is here, we can finally commence our long-awaited event. All of you are attending this ceremony for one of these two reasons. Either you or someone you know invited you to attend this momentous occasion for our college. You are here because we individually chose to become part of a wider community that values academic rigor and achievements at every stage of life. Acceptance into the National STEM Honor Society is no easy accomplishment. It reflects your exceptional commitment to the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics disciplines, to your coursework, and to our small world here at Mt San Jacinto College. NSTEM membership is an honor that you can include on your resumes, applications, and profiles because it is a strong indicator of your skills and interests in the truth. For faculty and guests, your presence here today shows your willingness to educate the capable minds of tomorrow and impart your wisdom to a new generation of STEM students. I feel honored and privileged to deliver this speech as your founder and president, and to be involved in our induction into the Phi Sigma Alpha Chapter of NSTEM. When I founded this chapter in the fall semester of 2020, I had originally created this chapter to be a safe space and community of student STEM scholars and faculty where we can mingle and get to know one another, as our STEM culture here at Mt San Jacinto College is huge and we did not have a space to get together face-to-face or virtual. I am very happy to bring this NSTEM chapter to our college. We may have humble beginnings, but our small chapter packs a small punch, much like a bunny paw that could knock out a heavyweight fighter. Here is a short video from our president, Ken Hetch, that introduced you all to the National STEM Honor Society.
Are you looking for a community to connect, inspire, and reward high-achieving students in STEM? If so, we invite you to join National STEM Honor Society, where our mission is to inspire and recognize excellence from K to career. Our project-based learning framework helps students thrive in both online and brick-and-mortar learning environments. Young scientists can join as early as kindergarten. Research supports that children who are exposed to rich, challenging environments for learning science at an early age build the foundations for a lifetime of STEM achievement. Chapters can be formed in elementary, middle, high school, and college, creating an exciting track to grow STEM enthusiasm and involvement. Here's how it works. Any school can start a National STEM Honor Society chapter for a minimal fee. Membership is based on GPA and STEM classes only, total STEM classroom hours, and enrichment project-based learning hours. We understand that educators are busier than ever and value projects that fit seamlessly with their existing systems. Member chapters benefit from the extensive and well-organized student toolkit, advisor toolkit, and over 3,000 curated resources which can be sorted for easy access to the most impactful, saving students and advisors valuable time. Please share your passion for STEM by clicking on the link at the end of this video to learn more about how to form a chapter. Thank you.
Now, as you've heard of what our National STEM Honor Society is based on and how it's founded, we would like to give a huge applause to all of our wonderful minds that joined us here today. We have Eugene Perry, an Enterprise Application Engineer 4 from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, Mark Donhauser, the Mt San Jacinto College Dean of Instruction of Math and Science, or STEM, at the Menifee Valley campus, Dr. Nick Reeves, MSJC's Biology Department Chair, and Dr. Shawnee Calhoun, experienced microbiology professor and an ally to our chapter. First, we have a personal message from our president, Ken Hetch. Let me get the video and I will play it for you guys. Just give me one moment. Please let me know if you can hear it. Okay. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Could you hear that or no? No?
It was a little quiet.
It was? Okay. Adelpho, can you play it on your side? Can you bring it up?
Oh, I never received the video.
It's in a folder on our Google Drive.
Okay.
Our Google Drive for NSTEM Induction. It's a folder.
Of course. Maybe we can move forward with the speaking order with Mark Donhauser.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, first I want to say what an honor it is to be here and be involved in your ceremony for the National STEM Honor Society, and specifically for your chapter. I know Mohawk, it's both you and faculty and the students that are involved have worked hard to get us to where we are at this place. And I just want to congratulate all of you for the hard work and dedication that you've put in. I can say from my perspective and from the college's perspective, organizations like this is why we all are involved in education, to help you and your honor society and this club specifically move forward in your goals. And as I was doing research on the National Honor Society, to see that there is a focus on traditionally underrepresented populations and helping them get into STEM and be supported is also something that we're passionate about as well. And so, it's just great to be able to have this event and to recognize students for their dedication and for their focus in the STEM fields, which are very much needed, as many of you I'm sure already know, not only in our country, but across the world. and to know that students are getting into fields that care about the environment, making a difference in those STEM fields, which have a global impact to all of us across the world, is also very exciting. And then locally, one of the things that I think we can all get excited about are the new facilities that all the STEM students will be able to, and faculty will be able to interact in. The first, which is coming online this upcoming August at our Temecula site, with brand new labs and facilities and instrumentations. But also following up behind that is construction that has already started, both at the Menifee campus, and we'll be starting at the San Jacinto campus, as we have 2 brand new buildings that are going to be scheduled for completion in the later part of 2023. And if that sounds a lot far off, think about how fast this past year has gone, and you'll realize that that is also right around the corner. So I'm really excited for students in our district and faculty to be able to interact in these brand new facilities and to continue to push the limits, as STEM students always have. Also excited for what this club is going to do as membership continues to grow, and the light that you will shine on our campuses and across our district, and encouraging other students that may not have known or thought about a STEM career being in their future, but knowing that from what you've done so far and the hard work that you've put in, that will also bear fruit as you all continue to all move forward. So I could keep going on and on talking about all the great things that you've already done, or all the dedication that your faculty, all the ones that are on this call, and also the ones in our division, continue to show students. But I'm sure that hearing me speak on and on is really not what's on everybody's mind for today's agenda. But I just wanted to say that, first of all, I was honored to receive the invitation. And then finally, I'm just really excited for the group, and I'm excited for our students. I'm excited for all of you, for what the future has in store, and whatever that our division or instruction, or me personally, whatever I could do to support it, we're always here for you all. So thank you very much. I'm honored to be here, and just really, really, I'm excited to see what you all are going to do. So thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Dean Donhauser. I'm trying not to cry, because ever since I've been part of Mu Alpha Theta Math Honor Society, anything that I do, you always support me. And now that I founded a National STEM Honor Society chapter at our college, that means a lot coming from you. That means so much coming from you. I'm trying not to cry, but that means so much.
There's no crying, because I will start tearing up. So
that means so much.
Try.
Sure. Yeah, it's an honor to do it. Again, I'm really excited, and you guys are doing great things, and I'm excited to see you all in the new facilities too, because all of you are going to continue to be a beacon of light for our community. And again, one of the biggest things that I think is really awesome is that nationally there is a focus on bringing STEM awareness to all students, and making sure that all students have an opportunity. And so I really just encourage you all to continue to step out on faith and invite students in, and continue to show them that STEM is for everybody. It doesn't matter whatever successes or failures you may have had in the past, there's always an opportunity for everyone within STEM. So you guys keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. I would love to say, you're rocking the bunny ears, looking fresh as always. Whenever I see you on campus, I love talking to you. I love going to the Office of Instruction, just to see how you are, see how things are going. And I can go on and on about you, Donhauser, but that's for a later time. We're so grateful that you could be with us here today, and thank you for your amazing speech. We were all ears for that. Next up, We have a personal message from President Ken Hatch. Adolfo, I sent you the link. Could you please play it?
Hi, I'm Ken Hecht, President of the National STEM Honor Society. We're thrilled to have Hope NSTEM Phi Sigma Alpha as a chapter in California. We're really thrilled that you've had your 10 very bright and motivated inductees get membership to the National STEM Honor Society, and we're thrilled for your chapter. You have had so many impressive things that you've been doing between your officers, your social media, your organization, your advisors. And one of the things you've told me many, many times is that the advisors really push your chapter to be the best that you can be. And of course, that's what we like to hear. So thank you and congratulations. Your activity has been off the charts, the activity of your chapter since you formed it, especially when you consider that it's during COVID. Basically, you've been an amazing utilization of your makerspace, which allows for creativity. You've got your biotech lab, you've got your 3D printing going on there of the famous skull. So congratulations on that. And you've had a ton of lectures and fun community events as well, which has been really, really great to hear about. You've increased student engagement in STEM, which is really exciting to us. And one of the things that we really, really like is that you had a program where you helped high schools with respect to the students and COVID. And I'll talk a little bit more about high school and middle school and elementary school involvement in just a second. You've had partnerships with other departments. You've enhanced the widely recognized honors enrichment program at Mt. San Jacinto as one of the top colleges in your peer group. And you brought excellent outside speakers. So one of the keys here to the National STEM Honor Society, and I want to bring this really home and hope you can help us spread the word, is that the National STEM Honor Society is from K to career, from kindergarten through college. How does that affect you? You're saying, well, I'm in college. What does this mean, kindergarten? What does it have to do? What we're trying to do is create a continuum. We're trying to create a feeder program. We want, when kids are in college, students are in college, we want them to reach back and help the high schoolers, as you have in STEM. We want the high schoolers to reach back and help the middle schoolers. We want the middle schoolers to reach back and help the elementary school teachers, because what we're doing is we're creating a bench, we're creating a journey, we're creating something so that students can have, starting at kindergarten, huge numbers of project-based learning hours, enrichment hours, classroom time, excellent grades. So think of it as you would with a soccer team. With a soccer team, a high school soccer team, today it would be ridiculous to think, well, there's no middle school soccer team. There's no elementary school soccer team. Of course there is. Soccer starts in kindergarten and first grade. And as a result, there's a real feeder program that takes place. So that's what I'm going to encourage you to do, is think not only about your own programming and about the things that you're doing in your labs and in your makerspace and as comrades and colleagues, but I also want you to think about reaching back and helping those that are younger than you to understand this continuum and to get excited about it. So once again, I want to say congratulations to Mt. San Jacinto College, and thank you for your leadership and your commitment and your enhancement to STEM education throughout California and our country. Thank you.
Thank you, President Hatch. Finally, we have our rock star, JPL NASA's Eugene Perry. Feel free to take it away.
Thank you, Mahat. I was getting a little teary myself. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I had thought about including as part of the intro the Monty Python bit with the rabbit. If anyone remembers that, I thought that might have been appropriate because we got Zoom bombed the other day, and I was just thinking like they couldn't Zoom bomb like another team or another group. It had to be the MSTEM people, and of course Mahawk and Adolfo fought back and brought the group all back together. And I thought that really embodied the kind of spirit of what people are trying to do and kind of what you'll be up against as you start to pursue your career in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I'm going to read a little bit of what I prepared because I get nervous in these sorts of things. But I did love what Ken said about kind of paying it forward and making sure that you go to the high schools and the middle schools and the elementaries, and you make sure that people younger than you understand it's not just cool, right? It is the truth. That really is kind of what we're after and what we are in pursuit of. So okay, I'm gonna read now. Okay, thank you for including me as part of the All Ears in STEM induction ceremony. It's an honor to be here. My name is Gene Perry, and I'm an enterprise application analyst for the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. I have degrees in music from Santa Monica College and in information systems from Western Carolina University, along with the long ride in the music industry. While I enjoyed that time, I was more fascinated and happy pursuing a career in information systems. And I thought back of my first kind of club or honor society was at lunchtime. Our physics teacher would allow us to play any type of music that we wanted as loud as we want. And we all thought it was so cool. And we'd go hang out with them. And we thought, well, it's so cool listening to music, but really what he was teaching us about is the qualities of sound. And it didn't matter what kind of tools he had at his disposal. He just found that loud music worked with teenage kids. And so we learned about nodes and antinodes and qualities of sound. And you may find yourself having to do that as well, like with crumpling up a piece of paper and talking to little kids about air friction and things like that. So be prepared to find out of the box ways of sharing the truth of the world around you. So I wasn't, Mahawk, I wasn't sure if I was going to include this part about STEM, but I'm opting for it at the risk of alienating people here. I'm speaking my heart in the matter. So when I hear the term STEM, I become skeptical, and that is because I've seen the term STEM, the term STEAM in its place, where people are adding art as a part of the program, and there's no crime in that, but it's not STEM, right? I've also seen groups that add English in place of the E. So one has to wonder, is it enough to be part of a program that calls itself a STEM program? And it's not. I remain skeptical of these groups. And until I know for certain exactly who I'm talking to, I am skeptic. Now, thankfully, I've had the chance to speak with Haley and Adolfo and Mahawk, and I've shared my thoughts with them using much more colorful language. And yet here I am still allowed to participate. It is not enough to say that STEM-related studies will define the boundaries of what comes next for humankind. I say we, but really I mean you. So you're paying for it, and you're paying for it with interest. So make sure that you love what you do. On behalf of the older generation, I apologize that you'll have to work at an accelerated pace given the patterns and dependencies that we've come to take for granted. This will be your challenge, and this will be your destiny. Study of science, engineering, mathematics is a natural extension of our human nature to observe, explore, and investigate the world and the worlds around us. None of this comes easy, and all of it is learned and earned the hard way. It takes time. It won't happen overnight. The pursuit of technology is a combination of all these pure sciences, but in every case, you'll need to start with what's true. Start with the truth. Whichever path you take, be prepared for long nights of doing the same thing over and over again. And over again, and with varying degrees of success. There is no buzzer beater, there are no cheerleaders or yell leaders. Perhaps more realistically, it will be the slow swing of a solitary light bulb in a dimly lit room with tepid coffee and empty Cheetos bags. So long as you are in pursuit of the truth, that is your end game, then we win. Everyone wins. The best you can do for yourself at this stage of your career is to know and understand what makes you happy. You'll have to balance that with the opportunities that are available relative to your knowledge and real world experience. Do not be discouraged because you lack the ladder. Enjoy your journey and make certain that you treat people the way you yourself want to be treated. There will be 99 people that tell you no. So that 100th time when somebody does say yes, be ready. Be inclusive, be tolerant, and remember that the same people you meet on the way up, you might meet up on the way down. Travel in packs, it's tried and true. Why pursue this endeavor alone? Why not surround yourself with people who feel the same way? That's why this organization exists. Surely there is some logic in traveling packs. Only a fool would presume to think you could do it alone. This type of organization rewards intelligence, the pursuit of knowledge, and honor. Honor is not just a reward. And if there's one thing that you remember that I'm telling you today, remember that honor is a commitment. And Ken and Mark said that so well. It's a commitment. So commit yourself to it. And in the process, commit yourself to your own happiness and pursuing that which is true. Waste no time in aligning yourself with people who honor the truth and who pride themselves on what can be proven. Embrace every resource that is available to you here at Mt San Jacinto College. The college is also on the rise. We see this in Temecula. I used to work in that very building when I was working with Abbott Vascular with a gentleman named Todd Franco, who's now very active in the Mt San Jacinto College community, a great guy, knowledgeable, and also a great person to know. Enjoy learning with the people that enjoy learning, and surround yourself with greatness. And I'm wishing you all the very best in whatever comes next. It won't be a straight path. It won't be a simple journey. It will be 10,000 things at once. So be prepared to multitask and be prepared for your success when that moment does come. That is as much as I have for you. Thanks again to everyone with the NSTEM organization and to Mt San Jacinto College. I'm wishing you all the very best, and I welcome you with open arms and ears.
Well, Jean, thank you for coming, and just thank you. Thank you for coming, and thank you for being a strong ally to Hope in STEM. I remember when we first talked to set up the NASA event on Zoom, I had my wolf pack, I had my vice presidents, Adolfo Plata and Haley Wilcox. I had them with me in several of the meetings with you, and you're a genuinely pretty sweet and awesome guy. So don't change and rock on.
Mahalo, mahalo. STEM on.
Thank you once again for your wonderful words of wisdom. Next up, we have our esteemed Dr. Nick Reeves from the biology department. But all seriousness aside, how did we convince someone like Dr. Reeves to dress up as a bunny? Can anybody tell me that?
Because that's my intro, and I don't know. I'm willing to do fun things. I feel like I'm not that stuffy, but maybe you'll disagree.
You guys, Nick, not to jump in, but they obviously haven't seen your Halloween costumes.
Oh yeah, right? The Luigi?
I saw it. I
gotta bring back the Luigi. I gotta reinstate that as my Zoom picture. But I love the ears. I think this is really fun. Anyway, on to my speech. So I have to admit, I don't know that what I have to say is going to be all that insightful, but it's my story, so I thought I would share it. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to the NSTEM inductees today. I'm excited to share my STEM story. So when I was young, I really wasn't that interested in nature or science. I wasn't like Darwin or some of those other guys who, wanted to tip over the logs and look at all the bugs. I didn't really care about much of that. And when I started taking science in school, in middle school, I don't remember much of it leaving a lasting impression besides one of my science teachers had a Twinkie hidden in their desk for 20 years and it still looked fresh. And I thought that was kind of cool. After that, I ended up taking quite a bit of STEM in high school, pre-calculus, chemistry, biology, physics, but it didn't really inspire me to become a scientist at that time. In fact, I actually decided to take art and jewelry making as a senior in high school instead of calculus. So how I ended up being a biology instructor really came later. Neither of my parents had a college degree, but my mom really wanted me to go to college because when it was her opportunity to go after high school, she didn't have the money to do it. So, I took the SAT and applied to a few state schools. Surprisingly, I got in, and I think part of the reason I got in was because I was big in the band in high school. I did marching band and all that stuff. And I think they were thinking I would go into their music program, but that definitely wasn't my plan. So I guess the joke was on them. I decided to attend Western Washington University instead of the other school I got into, which was Central Washington University, just because I thought it would be better to spend 4 years looking out at the Pacific Ocean and the San Juan Islands than farmlands and cows, right? So I didn't really think I would succeed at college, coming from a family that hadn't gone to college. But once I got to Western Washington University, I realized that college life was way better than I thought it would be. The cafeteria food was pretty good and there weren't people telling me what to do all the time. So that was all pretty nice. I wasn't sure exactly what classes to take initially, but the counselor saw that I had taken some science in high school, so they recommended giving that a try. During my first semester, I did pretty well in math and chemistry by figuring out how to study but at the same time, I also got a D+ in philosophy. So I was still kind of uncertain about whether college was for me. But I decided to try a whole bunch of different things to see, what I wanted to major in. So I took a business class and an art class just to try out different things. During my first year, though, none of the classes or experiences really cemented my interest in any particular major. But having the responsibility to succeed in school and make college work all on my shoulders and really no one else's, somehow that motivated me, right? I was like, I like that this is all up to me. I liked, having that sense that I was creating my own path, right? So during my sophomore year, it was time to start taking biology classes. And my first biology class was with this professor named David Leaf. He was a bald guy, but somehow he managed to grow a ponytail and that hung down his back. He also wore Birkenstock sandals with socks all the time and often had a tie-dyed t-shirt on as well. In class, he was special because he always pushed sort of the cutting edge of technology. He would show videos of cells, right? Nowadays, that seems so blasé, but back then it was a big deal in the 90s. And he would get really excited about DNA and how genes work. For some reason, his explanation of biology really clicked with me and got me excited to learn more. I was way too shy at the time to talk with my professors. So, I never went to his office hours and the class was pretty big with 100 students. Nonetheless, I continued taking biology and decided that was going to be my major, mostly based on that one class. And I was feeling like my life was on track and headed in a new and exciting direction. at the end of my sophomore year, I did end up getting accepted into the biology major program because of my good GPA in science classes. It was kind of a competitive thing, which was kind of cool. And a lot of my friends were also majoring in biology. So I had this great cohort of people that I was going through this with. So I decided, you know, since Dr. Leaf was kind of the guy that got me into it, to take another class with him again. And I heard that you could do research in some of the biology labs on campus. I didn't really have any idea what all that was about, to say the least. But I worked up the courage to ask Dr. Leaf if I could work in his lab. And he showed me that he works on stingless wasp development, which made absolutely no sense to me at the time. It sounded really weird, but I decided I wanted to do research, so I gave it a try. It was fun. Research is fun, but challenging. My experiments usually fail, but enough of them worked eventually that I was able to contribute to a published research paper, which I still think, you know, is a very important thing to try to do as a STEM student. While all of that was happening, I was, you know, kind of starting to think about what I wanted to do after I graduated. You know, thinking of Dr. Leaf, I felt like he really enjoyed his job, and being in college, you know, really felt like home at that point. So I kind of started thinking that I might want to be a college professor too. And I asked Dr. Leaf how that all works. And he said, oh yeah, you get to go to more school. You know, there's this thing called graduate school after you get done with your bachelor's degree. And you got to do that to be a college professor. And he also explained that you could do this thing called a PhD to become a doctor of biology, which was news to me at the time. Nonetheless, all of it sounded kind of cool, but super challenging. Thankfully, Dr. Leaf helped me out with all that. And I started, and he also shared with me, and this was definitely important for me at the time, that science graduate programs are paid for. You know, the tuition is paid for, and they give you a stipend to live off of. And that was kind of wild to me, like, oh, I get to go to free school. It all sounded worth a try. So I started looking into graduate schools and applying. I was accepted into a few and chose to go to UCSD, as some of you know. Looking back on that time in my life, I definitely realized the importance of good counselors that kept me on track and moving in a direction that made sense for me. Even though I didn't know at the whole way through that science was my thing, they kind of kept me in that direction. Also, you know, trying out a variety of classes was useful to me, you know, to see what I really wanted to major in. And after I tried all those classes, I was a lot more confident about biology as my major. And then as I was finishing my degree, I definitely discovered how many career opportunities there are for STEM graduates in academia, which I ended up in, but also industry, healthcare, and many other areas. You know, STEM is a super useful major for that last part, the career part. Although it took me time to feel comfortable doing it, I realized how much I benefited from connecting with family and getting their support, or faculty. They kind of became family, but yeah, faculty, and getting their support. And lastly, you know, I really made school my focus. And I know sometimes it's hard to do, but I spent a huge time figuring out how to study, reading my textbooks, doing practice problems, completing, you know, my coursework. It wasn't easy, for sure, but it was all worth it once I received my degree. And I can honestly say it paved the way for success in my life. So, you know, it's a tough road, but more than worth it. So to continue my story and to kind of wrap it all up, I completed my PhD at UCSD after 6.5 years. It's a long road, but always had the plan to become a professor at a college where teaching is the focus, right? I discovered community colleges in California and realized that students at community colleges are a lot more like me than the students at bigger research universities. And that's why I really went for a job at MSJC and was really excited when I got it. My work at MSJC with our students has not only been a good job, but it has also fulfilled a part of me I was unaware of. Helping students navigate their educational journey and be successful gave me a sense of joy that was different from how I felt about doing a regular job, right? What I realized was, service was something that really filled me up. And service was not something my family did when I was growing up, but I've discovered that, the act of serving others, has benefited me as well as the students I was helping out, right? So it kind of goes both ways. I definitely think that a lot of us could benefit from the joy of service. And I encourage all of you to serve your NSTEM chapter, right? I think you will discover that you get a lot out of being part of a scholarly community like NSTEM. And the more you put into an organization, the greater the benefits. I encourage all of you to be active members while you are at MSJC. So thank you.
Thank you for your speech, Dr. Reeves. It was rabbiting. Last but certainly not least, our beloved faculty advisor and chapter advisor, Shawnee Calhoun. What's up, Doc? I want to say thank you for all that you have done for this chapter and to all of our faculty advisors that are on this call. But Shawnee, I remember when I first started, I was bringing all the STEM faculty advisors together to start Hope in STEM last semester. I had met you at a curriculum committee meeting, if you remember, and that's how we got the conversation started. And now you are one of our chapter advisors for our NSTEM chapter and club here at Mt San Jacinto College. Now let's pass it on to you.
Thank you, Mahak. So, as you guys know, Hope in STEM is a club and honor society that was started here. And by here, I mean on Zoom at MSJC, right? We started last fall semester during the pandemic. So of course we were fully online. And I think that's pretty incredible in itself, what we've managed to do, during these times and these circumstances. I'm not sure if it was mentioned already, but I did want to mention what the Hope in STEM stands for, because it's something that really stood out to me when we started to establish this club and decide on a name. And so the Hope stands for honors, opportunity, perseverance, and equity. And of course, the NSTEM refers to the fact that we are a chapter of the National STEM Honor Society. When I was asked to become an advisor of this new NSTEM chapter, I was really excited about the opportunity. I really didn't have any expectations, because I was kind of going in, completely not knowing, what was going to be involved, especially with the unknown of the pandemic and everything being on Zoom. But I can say it's really been an amazing experience. We haven't even been a chapter for an entire year, and we've already held so many great events. We've hosted so many different guest speakers from all over the place, Cornell, UCLA, NASA, even Hollywood when we had Robert Poole, the screenwriter. And then we've had some, local events with our STEM faculty that have been super awesome too. Another time that brought tears to the eyes with Dr. Mason last semester. That was an amazing event. And then we've collaborated with SGA, the gaming club, the psychology club. I'm not sure if I'm missing any. But I know that, we have more plans for more collaborations and more plans for more events in the future. We have our STEM in Action project that the students carry out every semester. Last semester, the students put together an educational presentation on COVID-19 that was presented to the college as well as to students and faculty at a local high school. Because of course, the idea of the STEM in Action projects are to benefit the community in some way. This semester, the students are working on an environmental issues STEM in Action project that will also be presented to the college and the community. And so we're really looking forward to that. As you can see, Hope in STEM has done so much. We have so much more in store. I'm so thankful to be a part of this club and honor society. It's just really thanks to the hard work of the students. They're the ones that really deserve the appreciation. And that's why we're here today for this ceremony.
I got my wolf pack on screen here. Haley, Casey, Alexis, Adolfo, if you can't unmute yourselves, so you could join me in this little message for all of our faculty advisors, especially Shawnee. Who would like to start? Maybe Adolfo, you could.
Oh, for me, I have no words other than just to thank everyone on the Zoom call and thank you for all your hard work.
Haley?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone here for all of your words of wisdom. I am always really inspired to hear other people's stories and see other people's success and how you come back and support us. And it makes me want to do the same thing in the future. But yeah, to specifically our chapter advisors, thank you. You've done so much for the club and honor society and for us. But yeah, thank you.
Casey?
I'd like to thank everyone who showed up today. Thank you for all the speakers for sharing some very insightful stories. And yeah.
Alexis?
I would just like to say thank you for everyone who is here sharing their story. It was really, really, really inspiring, and it really shows a different perspective when teachers or faculty tell us these stories. It's like, wow, they really went through that. Maybe I'm going to go through that too. And like how everyone was saying, thank you everyone, especially our advisors, for being with us for this long. Thank you.
And last but not least, this is the message to Shawnee and all the faculty advisors. I have gotten to know you guys very closely, upfront and personal, and we have shared many laughs. We have shared many, many ups and downs, but we're still going strong. And I just want to say thank you to all of you, and especially to Shawnee. Thank you. Like, you and I and all the other student officers, we work so well as a team, and I just want to say thank you, and that we love you so much. We love you and we appreciate you. And
Is it on to me again?
not yet.
Okay.
Thank you for
that. Thank you for those kind words.
Thank you for your great speech. Let us all now give all of our keynote speakers a special thank you. We are eternally grateful that all of you took the time to be with us. Thank you so much. Now, I will hand it off to our advisor, our chapter advisor, Shawnee.
Okay, so before accepting membership into the Phi Sigma Alpha Chapter of NSTEM, we'd like you to hear our standards and ideals. Our mission has always been to inspire student participation in science, technology, engineering, and math disciplines and projects, to provide recognition of student achievement in STEM, along with opportunities to engage underrepresented youth in STEM. and also to develop graduates who will pursue STEM majors and minors in higher education. Our Phi Sigma Alpha chapter of NSTEM represents the expression, minds of coordinated action and excellence. We strive to serve not only towards the NSTEM community, the STEM community, so used to saying NSTEM, right? The STEM community around us, but to our surrounding communities overall. As you know, we expect you to participate in our events and adopt the roles of student leaders in STEM. The following candidates have been carefully reviewed by our advisory council and demonstrated promise with their academic excellence. They demonstrate an unparalleled level of interest in the science, technology, engineering, and math disciplines. Now, please congratulate and welcome our new inductees into our chapter for this spring 2021 semester. Tawny Day, Alexis Martinez, Adolfo Plata, Stacy Robinson, Mahak Tiwari, Haley Wilcox, and Tracy Yee. Now let's turn it over to President Mahak Tiwari, who will recite the NSTEM pledge with our new members. We're so happy to have you as a part of our NSTEM family.
Adolfo, next slide. Now do you, as members of our chapter, accept these goals as your own? If so, please recite this NSTEM pledge along with me. As a member of the National STEM Honor Society, I pledge to foster my passion for discovery, learning, and development in STEM from K to career, inspire myself and others through the pursuit of academic scholarships in STEM-related subjects, commit myself to serving my school community and larger community in which I live in. Strive to meet all of the requirements for National STEM Honor Society recognition and maintain the highest standards of leadership through personal and professional conduct. The chapter inductees in this call, do you accept these goals as your own?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
I do.
Stacy, we didn't hear from you.
Yes, I said yes, sorry.
Now, thank you so much for accepting these goals as your own. I do as well. Adolfo, next slide, please. You are all members of our tough bunny crew now. We want you all to access the full benefits of what it means to be a part of NSTEM, including scholarship information, internship opportunities, and NSTEM events. Here is a short video that will explain how to activate your account on the National STEM Honor Society's website. We will send you an email and a Canvas message with the link to activate your STEM account after the ceremony is over. Hey everybody, thank you for joining me on learning how to activate your National STEM Honor Society chapter account. So here we are at the homepage for the National STEM Honor Society to enroll yourself into your Mt San Jacinto College Hope and STEM chapter. Now, if you scroll to the bottom below, it's ignore the join now for an annual fee of $295. Our NSTEM chapter, we pay that annually. So all you have to do here is fill in your account information, your username, your password, your email address. The email address can be whatever, but your password has to be at least 12 characters long. And to make it stronger, please use upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. then you fill out more information, such as your first name, last name, your billing address, your city, state, postal code, your country, your phone, and if you'd like to join their mailing list, you can click that, you can check that button right there, and then just hit submit and confirm. And once you hit submit and confirm, you are officially in the NSTEM system. So once you're on the NSTEM system, you don't have to pay for anything. The fee is free, as our chapter pays the annual fee. Thank you so much. I tried so hard at that video. It's like oh man. Well, I hope you guys now know how to activate your NSTEM account. Adolfo, if you could please screen share again. Yes. Once you have created your NSTEM account, here's what NSTEM has to
has to offer. So here's the video on how to navigate our NSTEM's resource library.
Want to find ways to provide valuable STEM resources to educators and students? Look no further than the National STEM Honor Society's online resource library. The National STEM Honor Society, that is, NSTEM, provides a curated library of thousands of exciting, educational, and engaging resources that are searchable by resource category, school level, and state. NSTEM's resource library includes awards, competitions, enrichment activities, events, curricula, workshops, groups, organizations, internships, and professional development for educators. The library also contains hundreds of millions of dollars of STEM grants and scholarships, a collection of thousands of opportunities that is growing every day. If you are interested in our vast collection of STEM education resources, then go to nstem.org/resource-library to check out a sample and sign up for membership to unlock and unleash the complete list. Thank you.
Now that you know what our NSTEM resource library has to offer, I hope you take all of those resources and use it to your disposal. And now I would like to give all of our chapter advisors some minutes, some time, if they have anything to say to our student officers and our chapter inductees. Any advisor can start. I guess I got to pick here. Michael, we haven't heard from you.
Congratulations, everyone. It's a great achievement, and I hope it proves to be simply the beginning and not a goal in itself, but a springboard towards bigger and better things in your future.
Anton, if you'd like to go next.
Sure. I'm really proud to be a part of this group, and I want to congratulate you on this first achievement, and I hope it's the first of many more to come achievements. So I wish you to have many more achievements in your future, and I'd like to support you as much as I can.
Shawnee, if you'd like to go.
Sure, just congrats again. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys have worked so hard to make this what it is. And I'm sad that we're going to be losing Haley after this semester. I can't remember if anyone else is transferring, but keep in touch, Haley. Who else? Oh, Alexis, keep in touch with us, right? and send more student members our way, right? Because we need to keep growing and keep doing great things.
And I just would like to say, Phi Theta Kappa, we have the advisor here, Nick. Send students our way, please. We would appreciate it very much. And so before we conclude our ceremony, we would like everybody that's on this call to turn on their cameras. And Casey, could you take a photo?
Okay, so everyone fix your posture, turn on your cameras, put on the filter, see everyone straightened up. Okay, so everyone smile and say bunnies. 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
This concludes our very first induction ceremony for the National STEM Honor Society chapter here at Mt San Jacinto College. A special thanks to our guests and inductees for making this possible. I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. Have a good day, everybody. Have a good afternoon.